Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson, along with Mitch English and Matt Doolittle. In today's roundtable, we are focusing on friendships and relationships. Watch this.
I had a friend once tell me that if I caught her boyfriend cheating on her and I was the one that told her about it, even though she knew it wasn't my fault, she would still hold it against me, and she wouldn't be able to ever forget that I was the one that told her it happened.
This is a good one. So if you saw your best friend's significant other cheating, would you tell your bestie? Joining us to talk about it is trauma expert Dr. Janie Lacy. Janie, welcome back to Daily Flash.
Hello, glad to be here.
All right, before we start, we've got some ground rules for the segment. Each one of us will get about 15 seconds to offer our perspective. So I'm going to start with Matt. Matt, what do you think about this?
I've been in this situation, and I did tell my best friend about this because it was pretty bad, and he was kind of a prominent figure in the community and everything, and it was just going to embarrass him more. So I did tell him. He was pretty mad at me for a little bit, but we got over it. But yeah, that was a tough decision to make. But yeah, I did it.
Mitch?
I think, getting mad at somebody for telling you the truth tells them you're a friend. However, I don't think I would do it because no matter what, his wife, if they get back together with it, they're going to hate me.
Exactly. Yes. This happened to a friend of mine. She told her husband, the husband of the woman who was cheating on him, what was happening, and they ended up excommunicating her from their friend group and stayed together. Dr. Janie, what is your take on this?
Well, I would tell my best friend, but I think the approach, it would be crucial, right? You really have to have concrete evidence, and you have to be accurate, because to your points that you may lose the friendship and they may stay together, but it has to come back to what's your personal value system. So if you have loyalty and you believe in honesty, but also understand there's going to be potential denial or negative reactions from your friend and potential backlash. But I would say that you should tell your friend if you are a friend.
Okay, next question. If you caught your best friend cheating on their significant other, would you tell the significant other, especially if they're your friend too? Janie, I'll start with you.
Well, I think, Andrea, this situation requires a little bit of a different approach. I would probably first confront the cheating friend directly and privately, and I would probably express my concern about their behavior, about the relationship, and then give them an option to tell my other friend, or perhaps I will, because maintaining integrity in all of my relationships would be important.
Yeah. All right. We'll do the round table here. I mean, I'm with you, Dr. Janie. I just think that it's one of those situations I feel like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So sometimes it's just easier to stay out of it. But I think the guilt of knowing what's happening and not being able to say anything to someone would definitely haunt you. Mitch, I'll go to you next.
I would say, listen, first I would be like, why'd you put me in this position?
Yeah.
And then my second thing was, how do you want me to handle this? Because if he's my good friend, he's like, all right, look, you got to leave it up to him or her, whoever, for them to come clean.
Yeah.
And no matter what, you're not going to come out clean. You're going to get involved no matter what.
Yeah.
So I'd say, just go right to the person that's doing the cheating.
Maddie?
I go same thing with Mitch. Just go right to the person. Plus, I don't want to be. I don't want that hovering over me, because especially if I've got to go out in like a couple setting with them on a dinner or whatever. Because I'm gonna tell my wife, because her and I we tell each other everything. So I'm gonna tell her, so she's gonna know while we're sitting there, and then she's gonna be giving them the stink eye. So no, I would just flat out go up and tell them.
And this is a good one, too, because if you don't say something, then they're going to look at you like, why didn't you say anything to me? Dr. Janie, thank you so much for joining us. We want you to sound off on this. Leave us a comment on our Instagram or social media pages. And if it's good, we'll talk about it, share it on the show. dailyflashshow.com is our website. Dr. Janie Lacy, thank you so much for joining us. Stay with us. We've got more coming up on Daily Flash.